Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is 3:10 a.m. I am on my way to the gym right now. I sat down before I left and I wrote a note. I usually, when I feel inspired, I'll sit down, I'll write something out, and I'll leave it on the countertop and hope that my family will read it. Somebody will read it. They'll gain some type of knowledge off of it. And it pretty much just said that you're not always supposed to know with this what and how things are going to play out, but you should always feel in your heart with faith that you'll have the ability that it will happen, that it will take place. And I think that's where a lot of people fall short, is they want to see it here and they never understand that they actually have to feel it in their heart, and they have to know it with undying wavering that this is going to happen. Whatever it is that you're shooting for, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, it will happen. You have to have faith. And the funny thing about me is that I actually believe that you have to have action that lines up with the amount of faith that you have. I think people sitting back praying or sitting back hoping that things will happen and never taking some action, never taking the initiative to make it happen, are doing themselves a great disservice. Because I believe it's inside of your action that it shows God that you truly do feel and you truly do know that it will happen. I think it's people that take less action. What they're saying is essentially is they don't believe that it's going to take place. You know, let me ask you a question. If there was a circumstance where you knew that there was a payoff at the end of a specific type of work that you had to do, and let's say you knew the person who was going to make the payment was credible, right? Credible individual. They say, listen, we need this, and this done, and we need it done by this time, and this is what you will make. You would make every effort to get that done. Then let's say the same situation of work needs to be done, but this time it's being asked by a relative, somebody you know. You might not work as hard. You might not do anything because you know that they have a propensity not to pay, not to make good on their word. See, I've been able to take massive action through whatever it is that I've done because I understand that my God has never failed me, never let me down. And you have to consider who you're asking this favor from. Is it a person that you know will let you down, like yourself? Or are you asking it from somebody you know that won't fail, which is God? Your action has to line up with your faith. And if it doesn't, then you'll find yourself constantly trying to figure out where it went wrong. I like the story in the Bible about Joshua, who God promised he would make him as great as Moses. But what Joshua did not realize is that Joshua was not Moses. He did not have a staff. But Joshua was a great warrior. Our gifts don't necessarily have to be identical for them to be just as great. I think so many people identify with Marvel Comics Superman, Wonder Woman, Captain America, Thor, because they all have a greatness that's not better than one another, but it's their own little special gift that was given to them. Your action has to line up with your faith. It's not always going to look like one another. Your gift ain't going to look like my gift. But your action definitely has to line up with the amount of faith that you have that what you're asking for will happen.